Well, it's December, so you know what that means. There's no better time to do the fourth Minecraft Santa Claus parade than right now. This is the fourth edition of the Minecraft Santa Claus parade, and this is the first time it's actually being held in December. Alright, let's get this parade started. First up, we got our usual starting float. This is Snowball the Ape. He's a giant white gorilla that has been welcoming everyone to the parade since the very first parade. And this time, since it's almost Christmas, he's in the festive spirit with this giant Santa hat. By the way, I should mention that most of this parade is completely unscripted, so I might mess up a couple times, but it's okay. It's okay to mess up. So for the first three Santa Claus parades, the parades only featured bands from Ontario, but this time we're gonna change that because for the first time ever, we've got some bands from outside Ontario, and this is one of them, all the way from Abbotsford, British Columbia. Here comes the Abbotsford Central High School Marching Band, all the way from the west coast of Canada. And they are leading the way for our first balloon. Time to look up because our first balloon has arrived, and the parade committee couldn't have picked a better balloon to lead this parade. One thing that could cheer anyone up regardless of how old they are is this playful pup from down under. Here comes Bluey making her fourth appearance in the parade. That's right, it's Bluey, and she's making her fourth appearance in the Santa Claus parade. And she is playing the world's largest game of Keepy Uppy with this red balloon. Look at how high she is. All of the balloons are a lot higher than they were in previous parades, actually. Well, there were a couple that were very high in previous parades, like Stuart the Minion in the first parade, but this is the first time that, well, almost all of the balloons are flying very high. Look at Bluey go. I bet her younger sister Bingo and her parents Bandit and Chili are all very proud of her for making her fourth appearance. Looks like the balloon's about to hit the ground though, so Bluey, don't let it hit the ground. You don't want it to burst. This is one of the new floats in this parade. It's a carousel. Because who doesn't love carousels? Carousels are classic amusement park rides that are loved by people of all ages. And as you can see, we've got some real horses roped onto the carousel. I hope nobody considers this to be animal abuse. Getting real horses on the float is a lot faster and much easier than building horses. And they're all connected to the carousel using these lead or however you say it, roped onto bamboo fences. And we've got some glowing item frames as well. And look what's at the top of the carousel. It's the head of the Ender Dragon. Well, the Ender Dragon's head does look a lot like a horse's head, so that's actually pretty perfect. And there goes the carousel right behind Bluey. Here is our next band. This is the Lester B. Pearson High School Band from Toronto. And right behind them is an all-new balloon. This parade features 3 new balloons, and this is the first one. Out of the way, Illagers, because this guy is on patrol. That's right, it's Optimus Prime, and he is making his first appearance in this parade. Look at how detailed this Optimus Prime balloon is. It is awesome. And I bet he's gonna be a big hit, especially with all the Transformers fans watching this parade. Look at all the materials used on this balloon. We've got red, blue, and light gray concrete, along with iron blocks, gold blocks, and the wheels on his legs are actually compasses on item frames. Well, Transformers 1 did amazing at the box office, and now Optimus Prime is here to promote the digital release of Transformers 1. What an awesome new addition to the parade. Well, this next float I bet it's gonna be a big hit with all the teenage boys watching this parade because they love this kind of music. This is Christmas Rapping, which you might remember in the last parade. This was new in the last parade. It's a giant rage cage that's supposed to resemble a present with an item frame skateboarding inside, because there's a half pipe in there, and that item frame is skateboarding. Look at him go. He's got some sick moves. And of course, up at the front of the float is another item frame. This is the DJ, and he's playing some rap tunes. In the last parade, he was playing some Drake. This time, he's playing some rap songs from the 90s. I'm talking Tupac and Ice Cube, the Notorious B.I.G., all the legends. Here's the Hillview High School Marching Band from Kingston, Ontario, and right behind them is the San Diego Zoo's float. This float is called It All Started With a Roar, and it's a beautiful natural environment with all kinds of animals. We've got some koalas, a polar bear, flamingos, an orangutan, some tortoises, and take a look at this lion with a mane made of dark oak trapdoors. How cool is that? And his head is a carved pumpkin. This is a beautiful float. This is the third time this float's been in the parade. And it's also the third time that our next balloon is in the parade. He's used to life under the sea, but today he's taken on the complete opposite. This is SpongeBob SquarePants, otherwise known as the king of pop culture. Recently, SpongeBob just celebrated his 25th anniversary, which is a big year for this lovable yellow sponge. And today he's admiring the view from the sky, along with his pet snail Gary, who is hitching a ride on his head. SpongeBob is one of the most popular cartoon characters of all time. And he's gonna continue to be popular for many years to come. What do you think of the view, SpongeBob? Don't you like it? I bet you really like looking down at the San Diego Zoo float, don't you, buddy? He sure does. He loves this parade. And he's happy to be back for the third time. This is the William Lyon Mackenzie High School Marching Band from Vaughan, Ontario. Now, if you know me, you know that this is the balloon that's been on the top of my list ever since I saw him for the first time. This is Stuart the Minion, and he's got an appetite for destruction. Look at him. He's got someone dressed as a banana in his hand, and he's trying to reach out to grab anyone else that's dressed up as a banana watching this parade today. And look down below. There's some people dressed as bananas right there. And they're riding in a getaway car. They didn't use that in the last parade. In the last parades, they were running. This time, they got a vehicle to get away from Stuart. Stuart is always up for some trouble. Well, what can I say? Minions are very mischievous, and Stuart is no exception. He's always hungry for bananas. Apples can wait. He's all about bananas, and he's showing everyone that he is someone that you cannot mess with, especially if you're wearing a banana costume. Come on, Stuart, go get those bananas. You know you want to. Well, that's gonna do it for the first part of this special Christmas edition of the 4th Minecraft Santa Claus Parade. And we'll be right back after this.